Oh shit, it's Lord Smugington. Oh, Smug fucking plays Bon. Why isn't Smug hitting me up, yo? What the fuck? He plays Bonche in round 1. Ah, okay. That's super negative. I should have just got him in block stun. I fucked up. I definitely typed that. What the fuck? Oh. What the fuck? Why isn't that DP? Ah, shit. Damn, I keep fucking trying to snipe that. Oh, that was a good conversion. That's okay. Ready? Cesar Leo, thank you so much for the host and for the follow from earlier. Appreciate that. Ah, fuck. Fuck! Fucking lagged in the middle of my fucking combo. Okay, it's whatever. You gotta jump. Shoutouts to Do for the matches. Where's my water at? You gonna get this work! You gonna get this work, you hear me? I'm pretty sad though. I didn't get to do the adjustment. There was like one very simple thing I wanted to do, but so honestly, the only reason why I really won that set was because Smug's not really a fireball. He's not a fireball specialist, right? So he doesn't understand like the mindset of throwing a fireball. He's just a really great. He's a great player though, but I was able to kind of take advantage of that with a lot of those type of jump-ins. You can kind of like see it when we'll rewatch this. This is actually a good set to watch because we can all like learn from this. I kind of want, yeah. Let's rewatch this first. What's up, Beast Mode? Die Hard, what's going on? What's cracking, brothers? Shoulder breaker, what's up? Why did you cream pie Smug like that? Cause Smug is into that bukkake shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to deliver his Christmas, Christmas present early. That's all it was. Oh, Cinders, I appreciate that, man. What's up, Marquise? But somebody made a really interesting point. I think it was Big Bird. He was like, nobody really cares about character specialists anymore. They just care about who wins. That's kind of that makes a lot of sense, especially in this day and age of esports and social media. You know? But I just enjoy playing Sagat. That's what helps me carry on, like, playing a character like this. So if he gets buffed the right way, good lord, I pray for the rest of CPT because... Devil Reapers. Me too, man. What's up, Brian? What's going on, bro? Princess Taylor, take out Sagat, put 8 on. Thank you, Capcom. How dare you be so disrespectful? But it's okay. Okay, let's turn on attack data. I don't really care about key display. I try not to look at key display because looking at key display is like, if I'm looking for like execution errors, I'll look at it. But it's more so I only look at it if like for that. But I don't look at it for any other reason because like I don't want to rely on it to understand what my opponent's doing. I should just be able to look at my opponent on the screen and be like, oh, okay, this is I have a feeling that this is what they're trying to resort to, right? So when I see this at the start of the match, this automatically tells me, right, that this fireball, that this zoning player, whatever, that risk reward, like I just feel as though it'll be easier for me to take advantage of them in the fireball game. And the reason is because the risk reward of this at the start of the match, right? If you throw this and this hits me, it does like, who cares, right? Okay, on chip, it does 10 damage. I blocked it. I got information, right? For 10 chip, I got information. If it hits me, it does like 70 damage. Whoop-de-woo, right? Who gives a fuck? But if I jump this, I get so much damage, right? Now, you gotta think about it. If he's not throwing fireballs like that, he's not really opening himself up, right? But if he's throwing a lot of fireballs, Sagat does a lot of damage when he has V-skill and if he jumps in on you. So that's how I was basically able to melt G like this. So I want to throw high shots in this matchup because high shot is the footsie style approach. So I think I've told you guys this many times on those like videos, the fireball streams that I have. Like you have 4 different styles of fireballs, right? You have the zoning style, which is to like zone and keep somebody at a certain spacing until they eventually overextend, and then you punish the overextension, which is usually a jump or a dash or something, right? So that's the zoning style. And then you have the footsie style, which is basically what I want to do against G. You don't want to do the zoning style against G because G's V-skill, at the spacing that I want to be at, he'll be able to just V-skill and absorb it, and then he gets V-trigger. I don't want him to get V-trigger before I get V-trigger. If I have V-trigger and G has V-trigger, then the matchup is not bad. It's actually really, I think it's pretty good for Sagat. But if he gets V-trigger before I get V-trigger, then I can't negate his V-trigger. So you're probably wondering, like, how the fuck does Sagat do that? Well, if Sagat has V-trigger 2 active, I can just react to the V-skill orb release with level 2. So I don't even get level 1 slash. I get level 2. So I get slash, and then I get the Kara DP or whatever I want, as a punish. So he can't just do raw V-skills. Like a lot of G players, they rely on that in neutral to just kind of get in. They just do it, So he can't do that. He can't rely on that. Well, let me just close this. The game's over. Celtics won, thank God. All right. Cool. But, so... Oh, so another thing, too, is when you have, like, a zoning-style fireball game, you typically want to throw slow fireballs, right? Because slow fireballs equals advantage. You want as much advantage as possible when you zone somebody, so that way when they try to resort to like a jump or a dash, you're able to snuff them out. You increase the chances of being able to counter them, essentially, right? But when you do footsie style, you actually throw a lot more fast fireballs, because the idea of footsie style fireball is to snipe your opponent when they let go of block. So anytime they're not blocking, you're trying to hit them in that moment, you know? So that's why you alter your rhythm, you alter your spacing, you alter your fireball speed, so that way you increase the chances, or you're just trying to figure out the window, that rhythm of when they're not blocking, and you're trying to snipe them. So like, if you notice, like, there's a certain point in this set where I'm sniping Smug like with like 3 fireballs in a row, because I just got a feeling for his rhythm. And the rhythm usually is the window of how long it takes somebody to confirm what's happening on the screen, right? So I just delay just enough to when he confirms, and then that's when I fireball, so that way when he goes to move, he moves right into the fireball. All right? Fireballs add up. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do add up really fast, especially when you get counter hit. So it's really good to do that. In this matchup, especially because of V-skill. So I don't want to zone him. I don't want a zoning style against G, because G's V-skill, right? So instead, I want to do high shots. So high shots is the way to go in this matchup. But you want to do it a little bit closer, so that way, like, even if it goes past him, it's like whatever. It's not that big of a deal. And he won't be able to V-skill it on reaction. If he tries to V-skill it on reaction, it's very risky on his part. Okay. All right. So back to this. So his opening gambit, him doing this, shows me that he isn't really taking into account risk by doing that. So I know that I'm going to be able to snipe him with a lot of jump-ins, you know? So let me catch up on the chat real quick. You give good advice. Help me with this. I know I'm good at fighting games. I know my characters pretty well, but when I play against an opponent, my decision making is repetitive when I can't open my opponent up. How can I fix it? Anytime you have like a mental block or something like this, you have to change the way you think. That's the best way for you to go about any sort of hurdle in a fighting game. So don't look at it as you trying to open your opponent up. Maybe switch how you perceive your offense, you know? Like, what else can you do on offense that you're kind of neglecting? Because I can give you the answer, but my stream is about making players great fighting game players. It's not about giving you guys, like, you know, like quick fixes. You know, I want you guys to have the mindset to get better, because when you guys have stronger mindsets, it makes me a better player when I face you, you know what I'm saying? So it's cyclical. It's like you get better, I get better. You get better, I get better, right? Because a lot of times we tend to, especially in this day and age with like how instant gratification works, everybody just wants that solution right away, right? But instead, when you come around these parts, we try to train our minds to be able to create solutions. So start with that question, like, what are you neglecting on offense? What are you constantly thinking while you're on offense? So what you do is, instead of trying to win while you're in your offensive modes, prioritize learning about yourself. Start with yourself. Learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not about your opponent. It's really about you. You're the one that dictates and decides what happens when you're on the offensive. You know what I'm saying? Junior Leo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta see yourself as the one that you are leading the match when you're on offense, right? Because you're determining what's happening. Your opponent has to take a crazy risk to get out of a defensive situation. So you are the one that has the freedom. So if you have freedom, there's no reason for you to be thinking one way, to be one-track minded. Try to look at other things in offense, like maybe incorporating dashes, maybe changing your rhythm. How do you change your rhythm? Change your spacing, change the buttons that you're pressuring with, change your throws, you know, like your timing your throws, your shimmies, incorporating shimmies, maybe doing cross-ups, you know what I'm saying, in weird situations. Stuff like that. It all starts with a question, man. Questions bring focus. So ask the right question, you get the right answer. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Hopefully that helped you out. All right, so you see right there, right? I'm doing high heavy shot. So because I'm doing a high heavy shot, this is the thing that Bonchen needs to be doing. Wiggles, what's going on? I'm glad you asked that question. I think Bonchen has to be more footsie oriented with his high tiger shot. With high heavy shot, if he hovers around this range, like look what happens right here. He tries to V-skill this, right? Look at that. Counter hit. 84 damage. He basically got hit by like a fierce attack right here. And now I'm plus 15. So the next fireball I throw, because of the counter hit and because I'm hitting him with high shot has more advantage, right? On hit and block. So because I'm hitting him with high shot, he's also getting hit, counter hit. And because of the spacing, if he tries to jump my next fireball, I'm going to DP him guaranteed. Right? But I just wait. I just want to see, like, what is he going to do? Okay. Nothing. So he does fireball. I'm like, oh, you're still in this fireball mindset, Mr. Smugington. Well, Mr. Smugington, let me teach you something about fireballs. See? So you see how I did that stand jab? It was so subtle. Do a high shot, and look, I do jab. Because during the jab... Where is it? Where the fuck was it? Right here. Right there, I do the jab. Because during the jab, during your feints, you're literally assessing everything on the screen. So during that jab, did he jump? Because if he jumps, then it's like, oh, it's just anti-air or DP. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Smack him out of the air. So you got to learn to, like, use feints. Like, this isn't just for zoning characters either. With, like footsies-oriented characters, like, say you're playing Chun-Li, you're playing, like, a Karen. Using feint attacks is really good for assessing, like, how focuses your opponent on a particular thing in your tool set. Because sometimes just whiffing a jab, somebody will just, like, think it's a medium attack, and they'll swing their fierce button, or they'll throw a sweep out, and, you know, you block it or whatever, right? So it's good to sometimes just throw out the jab, even if you're not a fireball character, just to, like, kind of in intense situations, just to see, like, if your opponent is breaking their teeth because they're just trying to react to one thing. So yeah, that stand jab also gave me an alteration in my rhythm, right? See, that's what allowed him to walk up, because he's thinking, oh, okay. And I'm sniping him. So if you watch his rhythm, right? Okay, right, I block this. I'm gonna go slow motion. Right? Stand jab. He crouches, right? And then he walks. So he doesn't even see that. This is just his rhythm getting hit now. Right? Because he crouched. He should have been able to see it, like, oh, he's throwing fireball, right? But no. See, so I'm just trying to give him different looks, different rhythms. Because I could have just sat there and maintained the same range. But you wanna give him different, like, changes in your strategy, because it'll be harder to pinpoint exactly what you're doing. Alright? So me walking out of the range, this is just to see, like, alright, what do you do? Do you jump? Are you gonna jump? Are you gonna commit to anything? See? And I walk right back in, and it gets kind of like a reset. What's up, Sad Geef? Thank you for the host. So I dash just to throw him off, right? Like, big movements in intense zoning situations. Mind you, it's only been 8 seconds, right? But I have the life lead, and I'm definitely winning the fireball game right now. With that dash right there, you know, it's just a test to see, like, are you going to jump immediately? Or are you going to commit to anything, right? And I snipe him again with a counter hit fireball. So right there, I noticed that at this point, like, he's doing a lot of, like, fireballs when he's getting hit. You know what I'm saying? He is getting hit with fireball, and he's committing to fireball. Like, so this is like a... It's not like he's frustrated, but he's just trying to recapture initiative in the fireball game, right? But that's not really how to do it, because it's so dangerous, and it sets up a lot of my jumps later on. See, like that. Look at that, I did 277 damage, and I'm getting V gauge, you know? So I'm getting that V trigger. I'm getting closer to that V trigger without taking the damage. Oh, let me actually turn this off. So okay, so right there, this is a really good option for Sagat. When you have a feeling that somebody is gonna do, like, delay jab, just kind of like fireballing on top of them like this, right? Delay jab or delay button, whatever. Because a lot of times when you knock somebody away, right, like I did here, and you dash up on them, you know, sometimes people get greedy, right? So they'll try to just move even though they're negative. But because of the range, and my hurt box doesn't extend until the first active frame, so in this scenario, the most likely thing to happen if he's using medium pokes is a trade. But I don't mind the trade in this situation, you know? See, so this is great. The fact that he had to resort to activating V-trigger like this because he just couldn't activate. He just couldn't get in on me, right? He wanted the blocks, and obviously that's the best way to go about it. But because he was incapable of it, this is a victory for me. So this is like, wow, I'm doing awesome. I jump back just to reset the spacing. This is totally fine. He's wasting his V gauge. Okay, so this right here is where I need to get better at. On these minor situations. Right? So I have to be careful with this. What's up, Shade? How you doing, bro? So anytime somebody does something like this, where at the end of your pressure, they're committing. So he's walking back. I automatically should have seen that he's walking back, right? So him walking back, him standing means he's walking. He's holding back. If he's blocking, right? Because if he's not holding back, then he would have got hit. But because he's standing and blocking this should have told me immediately, the first time I see this, like, oh, he's walking back. He's going to try to contest at the end of my sequence. Or something like that. And that's what he did here. You know? But that's on me because this isn't real anyways. So I shouldn't have done a low forward. I'm only like +3 after stand medium punch. So this is a 6-frame gap. So there's no reason for me to really be doing this. Alright. But now look, he gets all of this started because of that. Yimpy Dimpy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, so this isn't... I know this isn't real. Yeah, a lot of... Oh, so if he goes into command grab, that would have worked. Okay. But he just didn't do it. Right? Let me see. I don't think this is a real thing. Oh, I said I was +12. Yeah, so I was +12. Yeah, so that's not a real thing. That's why I was able to punish him. But a lot of times people kind of freeze up, and then they get command grabbed in the situation. So as soon as I saw this, because I was watching Knuckle Dude versus Bonchan from North American Regional Finals Top 8, and when he did this, I was like, oh, okay. I went in the lab and I tried it, and I'm pretty sure I was like, okay, this is not real. So that's why when I saw it, I was like, okay. I didn't put it in my notes or anything like that, but I was just trying to go off of what I remembered from training. Okay, so this is bad. So this is what we have to improve on. This is why we watch these videos. Even though I won the set, it's still good to go back and see the mistakes I made. So this is what actually helped me in match 2 and 3 was when I was up, not playing like this, because I started to play very like fearfully. You see how I'm like kind of walking back and crouching? And then this was a bad fireball. This made no sense. I had V trigger, right? I had V trigger. I automatically should have, right here especially, I should have just shot, because he doesn't have a V trigger. So even if he crush counters me, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. So what I should have done was stand medium kick and just activate or something, right? So now I have the advantage, and now we're reset at neutral. You know, my mind is like reset and stuff like that. I have a great life lead. So for me to play like that, I should immediately look for the next possible advantage, and it's very apparent that it's V-trigger. I have the V-trigger advantage, so that means I'm definitely winning right now. And I have the health advantage, right? All he has is meter advantage, but that doesn't really mean anything against me at this point. All right? So he's doing delayed jabs, right? So I should have caught on to this. I kept trying to do like delay throws, but is exposing me. He does it again, I think. Yeah, he did delay again. So he's trying to bait my DP. Okay. See? Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I didn't expect him to jump. I was like, what the fuck? See, this is a very common scenario. A lot of people try to do like sweeps or low fours because that's what will reach from here, right? But no. I should actually do stand light kick into light kick knee. I think that would be really good. Stand medium kick is a great tool against cornered opponents. I thought that he would chill out bodied. Because he's one hit away from stun. So it's like, honestly, I shouldn't have even dashed. I should have just went for like a footsies, like poke, tick for tack type of thing. Because if we get a trade, I'm going to stun him and then he's dead. So if I stun him with like a medium attack at least, he's dead. If I stun him with a light attack, he's not dead though. So I should have just got the gray damage just to increase the chances of the stun killing him off of a trade. Because he doesn't have V-Trigger yet. So he'd have to crush counter me. Or do something crazy. Like, that's the only real way he'd get V-Trigger, right? So this is a winning position. I'm in a winning position. And I didn't appreciate the winning position. And I ended up losing because of it. Let's say if he had V-Trigger, it's different if I go for that dash. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, you know, maybe, I don't know. But would you ever just pick Cammy versus GLO? Knuckle making that shit look so free. What's up, Moss? How you been, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. I wouldn't pick Cammy versus G because I haven't been playing Cammy. So my Cammy would get smoked. So let's see what happened here. Oh yeah, so he got hit crouching. So he got hit on his crouching frame. This is why it's good to throw this out there sometimes, because you get to do this. It's pretty good. But you see, he tried to immediately go for this. So the thing is, when Stan Roundhouse hits like that, it's plus, I think it's plus 9. No matter at minimum, I think it's plus 9. Oh, it's plus 8. It's plus 8. So it's plus 8. If it hits like this at minimum. So depending on what frame, active frame it's hitting on. So it can be up to like plus 10. So if I throw a fireball's 13 frames of startup. This is a 5-frame trap now. He doesn't have a medium poke that reaches, that would be fast enough. You know what I'm saying? And if he does a light attack here, it's like, whatever. Because my hurt box doesn't extend until the first active frame. So he's not gonna counter hit me at this range with a light attack. He'd only be able to trade. You know what I'm saying? The best thing he could do is like, he'd have to like, just commit to EX the fireball invincible one. He'd have to just commit to that shit. But that's risky because at this range, usually Sagas will do like Tiger Knee. So Tiger Knee would have just blown through it. So we cover, let's say if he does V-Trigger activate and he tries to react to my fireball. His V-Trigger activate, I believe, has like 5 total frames of animation. So because I'm plus 8, right? And then if he were to do a V-Trigger, I'd actually be plus 13. So my fireball would hit him. So he wouldn't be able to even do that. So then it's like, okay, what's next? So if he tries to do what he does here, I counter hit him with fireball, right? Because he did it on reversal timing. So he did it the fastest possible timing. He got counter hit, right? So that's good. But I'm only plus 2 here. So what do? So I don't want to throw another fireball. Because if he jumps, he's going to jump on me because I don't have enough advantage. You'd think I'd have more advantage because I counter hit him. But low shot doesn't have a lot of advantage to begin with. It's -4 naturally on block. And then on hit, it's like, I think it's like 0 or something like that. So it's not the greatest in the world, right? But Tiger Knee, though, if he's trying to, you know, like, if he tries to jump or anything like that, or if he tries to do this into activation, which Smug is, I know he does this a lot. He tries to V-Trigger activate and then react to your fireball on startup. Because he sees this is Tiger Knee, though, he can't do anything but backdash, right? So look, he's only plus 3 though, because he doesn't have a great backdash. So he doesn't have a 3-frame poke. So I'm able to block. And then look, see? I'm able to block. So that situation's great for me. If I ever hit him with that, this is great. The only thing that he can really do is block or backdash and just be plus 3. Like, he can't jump, because if he tries to jump, he's gonna get hit like an anti-air EX Tiger Knee. Right? Because I have too much advantage from that stand roundhouse. That's good. So whenever you block G, right, you don't want to V reversal the first move. You want to wait for him to cancel. So when he canceled, that's when I did it. You know what I'm saying? I cancel so that way he can use up his V gauge. Because if you just look, like, let me get out of the way. Right here, if you just rewatch it, right? When he does this, he used one time, right? If I V reversal that's great. But why not let him get extra greedy and give me the next move, right? Like right here. That's why I delayed. And I see it went away. A second use. I could have done it immediately. You seen how I didn't do it immediately? I just waited. So I was like, all right, let me wait for him. There you go. To do the second one. So there you go. Right. That was supposed to be DP, and I'm so mad that it didn't come out because this is a fireball trap that's really good with Sagat, especially when they back roll. Because look at how much advantage I have. A lot of times when people back roll fireballs, they try to jump. You know what I'm saying? So I could have Kara DP'd and then got a trade, and even the trade would have been good. It would have been in my favor anyways. But I dashed though, so I was like, oh, this is definitely, I'm definitely about to body him. Nope. And I got fireball. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Okay. So I don't have V reversal yet. That was so whack. I should have just did stand roundhouse and then DP. That would have killed him. But I didn't think this was gonna whiff. I was like, nah, this is definitely gonna hit. Nope. See, when I'm unsure, I just do Tiger Knee. I just Tiger Knee. I'm like, fuck it. Because if they block, at least I'm getting pushed away from the corner. So I know he wants to either jump. He wants to do something against my fireball, so I'm just kind of waiting. And just throwing out pokes instead. Works out perfectly. Swolder boy, what's up, Broham? You know, the stream don't start till you get in the stream, so now the stream is official. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so see, I should have been a DP. That's my fault. So I'm being more patient because it's the last round, and I want to see how willing is he to throw these fireballs. So now he's resorting to that round one style of fireballs that he was throwing, and now I'm like, okay, this is gonna set up a lot of jump-ins if I play this right. Okay. See, this is good. So anytime I do Tiger Knee like this, where I'm not close enough for the throw, right? Well, I was close enough. Well, I just didn't feel like it was +3, right? So anytime I feel like it's not +3, I just stand jab. Because when people try to, like, jump, they'll get hit grounded. And a lot of people, like, they'll defend that situation with, like, movement instead of, like, blocking or, like, DPing and stuff. They'll just kind of, like, try to move away to fuck up my hit confirm or something. But I used to do stand medium punch, but then I noticed, like, people were doing that. And I was like, oh, okay, let me start doing stand jab, because at least stand jab I can confirm to stand light kick. And I can do, like, DP or something, right? That's why I did that here. And he walked back. So he's still doing the walk back thing. And look, just like I said last time, him walking back means that he's going to go for stand light kick, right? So again, I failed to notice that, but that's something to be mindful of. That was really good. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, so now it's Guile theme comeback. Alright. You know what? This is appropriate. Let's actually... All right. All right. So how is Sagat gonna do this? That was so satisfying. Because it doesn't really happen often. When do you ever see Sagat do that? What's up, LB Chaos? Good to see you still putting in that work, kid. Hope you do well at LCQ. For sure, that is the plan. Thank you, dog. Alright, so let's rewatch that last part. I got Dr. Death's stamp of approval, so you know this is legit. So see, all of this happened and transpired because of this one fucking mistake. At the end of my string, he did it again. And it wasn't even the same buttons either, so remember the first time I did it, it was stand jab, stand strong, and then he was doing walk back during the stand strong. So this time it's like I did stand jab, stand light kick, and he does it again. So I should have immediately knew, you know what I'm saying? So that's my fault. I tried to catch him though. I didn't know he was doing it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna crouching heavy punch it, but made no sense because I didn't have the advantage to be doing that. So there was no reason for me to do that. The best thing to do is to do stand heavy kick because of the hitbox. I'll be hitting him up here, he's hitting me down here, and I'll basically clip him. I was gonna do crouching heavy punch to crush counter his stand light kick, but he didn't delay it. He just did it right away. So that's the difference between him and Dude in that situation. Dude does like delay buttons, and mind you, he's doing delay fierce, but Smug does like stand light kick. Like he does it like a Balrog player, like how Balrogs do stand light kick target combo. So that's like a Balrog philosophy that he's applying there, you know. See, right there, I should have known, man. Like, okay, you just teched. I should have known he was gonna go for that tech. See, so I did that on purpose. So when I whiffed the EX high shot, I was like, he's definitely gonna fireball me. I fucking know it. And that's the funniest part, is because he did EX, right? So my EX triggered his EX. So I did that on purpose because there was no reason for me to do EX high shot. What the fuck? So I'm like, okay, I know for a fact, if this whiffs, you are going to fireball me. I didn't think he was going to EX fireball. I just knew he was going to fireball me. Especially because it's EX, you know? So it's just funny. Look how that, like... Look how much damage at 315! 315. Damn. Look at that. You tried to delay tech. And they did it again, yo! I was like, I can't believe you fucking did it again. I should have just shimmied him. Yeah. So as soon as he blocked that, I was like, I'm throwing stand heavy kick out. I don't give a fuck. Oh man, that was funny. All right, so let's go to the second match. Second and final match. I'm actually gonna upload this. I'm gonna upload this to the to YouTube. Probably do that tonight. This would be a pretty good analysis to have on the stream. I mean, to have on the page. No, this was on ranked. This was just randomly on ranked, but I think he should definitely hit me up so we can practice that matchup. What's up, Johatsu? You have to do like, there's like an option where it's like there's like a number or some shit. I'll show you. It's on the it's like on the interval something. It says something like that. You just literally it says 0 and then you just like hold right and it increases, and that basically gives you the delay effect. Yeah, he plays Bonchan first. It was funny because he looked at my Snapchat the other day and I was like, why do I feel like I'm supposed to talk to you? And I was like, nah, I'll hit him up later. And then it's funny, like, playing him now just reminded me, like, oh shit, he is playing Bonchan. I just didn't remember at the time. So you see he's going back to that same round 1, match 1 approach. So you see I don't do anything again, right? So you see there's a pattern, there's a strategy in my approach. So I'm like, all right, Smug. This is the match where I jump in on him like a fucking madman because I just understand the feeling that he has for it, you know what I'm saying? So right here, this is totally fine. I don't care because I know I'm about to jump in on him. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Look at that. So how much damage was that? 277 damage. But look at the corner carry. Jesus, I just melted half of his life because of this. You see, yo, that's actually crazy because look. So I dash up, right? I'm plus 10 because he back rolled. I did fireball. I'm +8. I did stand jab. Right? So because of the advantage, I had enough time to actually do this. This is kind of crazy. That's actually ridiculous. Damn. Wow, so he was like at -13 when I pressed this button. So I think I could have definitely did crouching strong into like... Yeah, I could have definitely did crouching strong. But I didn't want to risk it because of the first match. Yeah, I could have did it. But I didn't want to risk it, so I was like, I'm going to go for DP. Fuck it. Everybody presses something there. I don't know why. Oh, he tried to jab. Oh, man, baby. See, that's where having V-skill is clutch, because V-skill DP is one hit. So I would have had the stun off of a one-hit DP instead of it being the first hit of EX, which only does how much damage? Let's see how much damage the first hit of EX DP does. So it's at 189. So it did 40 damage. That's like, eh. So I was trying to go for a reset, but fucked it up. I'm surprised he I swear I was like he's gonna try to pressure me. Which he did, but he did delay. So he's just looking for DPs here. I just want to get him back mid-screen. Because right here, it's like I don't really have to worry about anything. So I jump back just so that he doesn't have enough advantage to really, like, do anything. See? So when he dashed twice, if I had stayed there, right? It would have been bad because when he dashes up, if I had stayed there, it would have been, like, much scarier, right? So I'm like, alright, let me just jump back. And because of distance, even if he dashes, he has to dash twice. And on the second dash, he's not going to have enough advantage to really scare me like that. You see, he's not in command grab range at all. So it's like, oh, this is totally fine. I'm thinking he's going to try to commit to something crazy here. But he didn't. That's why I did stand jab. And I just kind of chilled. I was like, alright. I went to go DP there, but I fucked up. But it's okay. Yep. I think you can only interrupt it if they delay it. I think. Okay, so what's going on here? So he doesn't do the fireball at the beginning. So again, I'm like trying to figure out. Okay. See? So he doesn't do it because he's trying to like use that as an opportunity for me to jump, right? But I don't fall for it. I'm like, I'm gonna chill because if I don't do anything and you don't do anything, we're still even. I'm actually in the winning position because I'm closer to where I want to be than where you want to be. He doesn't have V-trigger. He's not in on me. You know what I'm saying? None of his pokes reach. I have the fireball that's vastly superior to his. So it's like, whatever. Alright? So I'm just like, okay. Footsie style fireballs. I'm just trying to snipe him on counter hit. So because he got hit with 2 fireballs like that, I was like, you know, I think that he's not going to be ready to anti-air this. And the reason is because when a smart player gets hit by a fireball like this, in the way that he's getting hit, where it's like, you know, like a whiff punish, right? And then a counter hit, like right here, it's enough for them to like mentally be like record scratch, like what the fuck is going on? And by the time they assess that up in the air, he's like, oh shit. And then that's why he does the V skill, right? See, look, he's clearly not doing anything. He's clearly not doing anything. If I didn't hit him with those 2 fireballs and I try to jump like that, it wouldn't have been a strong jump. A great jump is when your opponent's focus is diverted to some other aspect of neutral, right? Because if Smug was okay, if he was comfortable, he would have just done the, was it forward heavy punch or whatever, or into, you know, into a knockdown, into level up, right? I think Sagat has better footsies than G. It's just G has like the scary conversions, you know what I'm saying? But Sagat's stand medium kick is so hard for G to deal with, and honestly, it's the fireball game. It's a footsie style fireball game is very hard for G to deal with because my hurt box doesn't extend until the first active frame, so it's like him trying to buffer and stuff is not really gonna do anything. You know, he's gonna start committing to jump-ins and stuff like that. See, so now I'm like hesitating with these jump-ins because like I should have did crouching strong into the DP, but because of that one time where the crouching strong didn't hit, I was like, let me just go for guaranteed damage. All right, so he got hit there with the crouching fierce, which is only like +3 on hit, right? I believe I was +2 on hit. Okay, +2 on hit. So now my 11 frame stand medium kick is now 9 frames, so I catch his stand fierce very easily. Now I'm walking back. I'm trying to see if he's gonna jump. So this is a classic footsies tactic: is you fireball, you dash, right, and then jump. Because a lot of times when somebody sees the dash, they're like, "Oh, you're on the ground," and then they try to fireball, right? But in this instance, it's a little different with Sagat because this high shot goes over crouching opponents. So it's even more convincing as a Sagat player to do this because fundamentally, when a fireball leaves the screen, that means you can't throw a fireball until it leaves the screen, right? So the G player is like, oh, I'm going to take my advantage. And then he tries to fireball me, right? But his fireball is not that great. And on top of that, my high shot recovery is really fast. So it allows me to do this, you know? Yeah. So yeah. Sagat versus G. That's my interpretation of it. Shoutouts to Knuckle Dude. Knuckle Dude played me a lot. So he helped me like refine my approach to the matchup. That's the ideal way to play it in my opinion. And just at any opportunity, like just not overextending. I think Bonchan is just missing, he's missing the high shot. He doesn't have the high shot footsie style down. That's the thing that's the advantage I have over Bonchan, is that he doesn't have that down. So in matchups like this, where you can't rely on zoning style fireballs, that's where Bonchan's Sagat looks pedestrian, you know, because he doesn't have the footsie style approach of it down with Sagat because he hasn't played enough with him. You know what I'm saying? And then of course I optimize a lot more than he does. There are a lot of situations he doesn't really optimize like that, but he's been getting a lot better though, for sure. And I learned a lot from him too. There were a bunch of things I was watching and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is pretty sick. I've never thought to do that, you know?